Hi, this is Margaret and welcome to my YouTube channel Grammar Buzz Learning Made Easy. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Today we are going to learn about subject-verb agreement. But before we move on to the main part of the lesson, you know what? Let us quickly look into the lesson objectives for the day. And today's lesson objective aims at helping us to know what is subject and verb in a sentence, how to identify subject and verb in a sentence, know what is subject-verb agreement, and know about the basic rule of subject-verb agreement. So let's get started. Okay, let me begin with my favorite question. What is subject of a sentence? Well, the subject is the naming part of the sentence. It shows what the sentence is about or who or what is performing an action in the sentence. So now that you know what is the subject of the sentence, let us look at the verb of the sentence. So, what is the verb? Well, the verb is the action performed by the subject of the sentence. Now that we know what is the subject and the verb of a sentence, let us consider an example. And the example says, the blue monster plays with a spider every day. Now, in order to identify the subject, we should ask the question, who is performing the action of playing? Well, that is the blue monster. So, the blue monster is the subject of the sentence. And to identify the verb, we should ask the question, what the subject is performing? Well, it is plays. So, plays is the verb of the sentence. Well, we already know what is the subject and the verb of a sentence. So now, let us find out what is subject-verb agreement. What is subject-verb agreement? What about it? Well, to put it simply, subject-verb agreement simply means the subject and verb must agree in number. This means both need to be singular or both need to be plural. The number of the subject can be singular or plural. Remember, in English, subject-verb agreement is important. The relation between the subject and verb depends on two issues, person and number. The verb of a sentence must be in agreement with the subject in regard to person and number. This means the verb must be singular if the subject is singular and the verb must be plural if the subject is plural. What it means is, if a subject is singular, the verb form must also be singular, and if the subject is plural, the verb form must also be plural. So singular subjects take singular verb and plural subjects they take plural verbs. Remember, this is the general rule for subject-verb agreement. That is, singular subject must agree with singular verbs and plural subjects must agree with plural verbs. Note, these statements remain true only and only if the subject is in third person, that is he, she, it, they, and so on. But you see, we have our did you know, and what does it say? Well, it says noun and verbs form their plurals in opposite way. Nouns add an S to the singular form to form their plural. For example, dog, which is singular, and dogs, which is plural. So what about our verbs? Well, verbs remove an S from the singular to form their plural, unlike nouns. Eats, for example, is a singular verb and eat is a plural verb. This is important for us to know in order to make our subject and verb agree. Well, let me explain this further with the help of an example. Let us consider the following example. The dog barks at every sound it hears. In this sentence, the subject is dog, which is a singular noun, but note the verb barks. It ends with an S, but it is a singular verb. Certainly it is. Remember, singular verbs end in S. Let us now consider the next example. And it says, the dogs bark at every sound they hear. In this sentence, the subject dogs is a plural noun. But note the verb bark. It is a plural verb. Remember, plural verbs never end in S. So remember, verbs, unlike nouns, form their plural by removing S. Well, now let us look into examples where the subject is singular. Let us consider the following example. My canary sings beautifully. My canary sings beautifully. In this sentence, the subject is canary, which is a singular noun. So the verb must also be singular because the subject and verb must agree with each other. Here the verb is sings, and note sings is a singular verb, although it ends with a S, because we already know that singular verbs end in S. So, in this sentence, both the subject canary and sings are singular and they agree with each other. Let us consider another sentence, and that is, the dog growls very when angry. In this sentence, the subject dog is a singular noun and it agrees with the singular verb growls. Remember, singular verbs end in S. So remember, verbs, unlike nouns, form their singular by adding S. Well, now let us look into examples where the subject is plural. Remember, plural subjects take plural verbs. Let us consider the following example. They jump rope at recess. In this sentence, the subject, they, are plural in number. So the verb must also be plural. Here the plural verb is jump. Let us consider another sentence. All teachers grade papers. In this sentence, the subject teachers is a plural noun and it agrees with the plural verb grade. Remember, plural verbs never end in S. So, verbs, unlike noun, form their plural by removing S. Remember this. Well, but what happens when the subject is not in third person? Let us consider the following example to understand this. I eat banana daily. In this sentence, I is a singular subject, but eat is a plural verb. What about this sentence? We eat banana daily. We is a plural subject and eat is also a plural verb. So remember, in case of first and second person subjects, there is no rule of singular subject agreeing with singular verb and plural subject agreeing with plural verb. Remember, in case of first person and second person subject, there is no rule of singular subject agreeing with singular verbs and plural subject agreeing with plural verbs. Well, it's time for our remember. And what do we need to remember? Well, all we need to remember is the subject is the naming part of the sentence. The verb is the action performed by the subject. Singular subjects must agree with singular verbs and plural subjects must agree with plural verbs. Hey, isn't that simple to remember? I bet it is. So now it's time for us to practice. So this is how it works. I will be showing you a sentence and you will have to choose the correct form of verb that agrees with the subject. So let's get started. And here comes our first sentence. And it says, Annie at school. And our choice of verbs is are. Hey, what do you think? Which is the correct verb that would agree with the subject in the sentence? And surely it is. Good job. Here comes our next sentence. And it says, Benito, the answer. Benito, the answer. And your choice of verbs are knows, know. So what do you think? Which is the correct verb for this sentence? And you are right. It is knows. Benito knows the answer. Benito is a single subject, so it should agree with a singular verb, and that is surely knows. Good job. Here comes our next sentence, and it says, a few number of soldiers injured during the war. A few number of soldiers injured during the war. And your verb choices are was, were. So what do you think? Which is the correct one here? Well, I guess you are right. It is were. Because soldiers is a plural subject and it will surely agree with some plural verb. Good job. Here comes the next sentence for you. And it says, my friends a lot of television. My friends a lot of television. And your choice of verbs are watches, watch. So what do you think is the correct verb for this sentence? And it is watch. My friends watch a lot of television. Good job. Here comes the next sentence for you. And it says, the ice cream delicious. The ice cream delicious. And your choice of verbs are taste, tastes. So what do you think about this sentence? Which will be the verb that would agree with the subject in this sentence? And it is tastes. Well done. Hey, that was a fantastic job. Hope this video helped you understand what is subject-verb agreement and how to use them. If you have any questions at all, you know what to do. Just pop them in the comment box. Thanks for watching. Hey, don't forget to like, comment, share, press the bell icon and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Well, this is Margaret signing off for today. Take care of yourself and bye.